Greetings to you. Thank you so much for making time to join us. This is RCM Studios. We're having a conversation with the CEO of Current Communication Consultant, a firm that is thriving in the city of Nairobi and worldwide in terms of the services that they are offering. One of the things that we wish to have an understanding for is how to make business run, especially in an economy that seems to be ailing. To help us in the conversation is the CEO of Current Communication Consultants. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes, please give us your names and how is Current Communication Consultant?
I am Silas Kanali, the CEO of Current Communications Consultancy, based in Karen, here in Nairobi.
Okay.
And the organization is doing well in what it is assigned to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, give us the menu. What is Current Communication Consultant offering?
It is a firm dedicated to help other firms grow and achieve excellence. We major in marketing. We help people to know how to market their businesses, both person to person, online and on media. And that is what we specialize in. And not only that, we also teach presentational skills, how to be able to communicate what you're selling, what you're doing, and how you are doing it. And you know, one of the fears that people have said it is the greatest fear is the fear of public speaking. We also train CEOs and even ordinary business people to speak in public fluently, clearly, and on point.
Okay, that's great. So far, you are covering worldwide, or you're just within Nairobi?
No, we are in most African countries and we're trying to break out of Africa. And that's what we're doing. Recently, we were in Rwanda and we were working with an international school, helping them to market their brand and do their work. And also here, we have majorly helped RCM from the time of infancy. And it has grown to a place where it is competitive. And now the studio is here also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I am new in business and maybe I don't know the ropes. What should I do to get current consultants to help me?
Well, it is all about reaching out. Reaching out. Business can thrive. Business can grow. But the greatest arm of business, not what you're selling. It is not where you're located. It is visibility. It is the marketing part of it. Business that grows like Coca-Cola and other brands, they spend quite lump sum on their marketing arm. Yeah. And so you reach out and we sit down and see what we can do so that you can be visible out there. Yeah.
So I remember there was a magazine. It was called Neighbors. It was an advertising magazine. And it had a slogan that went like a person who is selling without advertising. It's like the young man who is winking at the girl in the dark. You are the ones that bring on the light.
Interesting. Yeah.
No, you are involved in marketing.
Yes.
Any known brands that you have brought into the limelight beside RCM?
Yes, we have worked with most hotels like Stedman Gardens. We have worked with them for quite some time and we were able to do events with them. We have worked with Weston to some extent, which yearly we do an event in their place and showcase what they are doing. And most great hotels in Naivasha, we have worked with them, and other organizations. We are also involved in event organization. You have a wedding, or you have a fundraiser, or you have what, and you need us to put it together for you. That's what we do.
Okay.
Apart from school trips too.
Oh,
yeah.
So you are everywhere. School trips, that's an interesting area.
Yeah.
So how do you organize a school trip? You are not a school.
We are not a school, but most schools will want to take their learners to places for learning purposes, but they may not know where, and they may not know the logistics of taking them to wherever they want to. We have invested time to study our environment and know what is where and how to ferry some groups or great groups of learners from one place to the other. So we liaise with the school and take them wherever. We do the booking of hotels and all that kind of thing because we are in rapport with most of those places. So that is what makes us a consultancy.
Right.
Yeah.
So what does it entail to, let's say, I need an event organized? Is just engaging you, sign a contract, and then that takes place, or the other modalities?
Of course, there is showing the intention of what you want and what you want to achieve. Your objectives, what you want to achieve with what you're asking for us. Then you can sit down with our team to talk about it and show you that this is how to go about it to achieve it. And this will be the budget for such like thing that you're asking for. And there we are again.
Okay. Tell us something about the public speaking training.
Very good. Many people have ideas. Many people know many things. But to say what is needed at the time it is needed, with the brevity needed, and to have the oomph to say it becomes a challenge. You realize that in our environment, many people talk about motivational speaking, but they may not know that they are not actually speaking to motivate. Because in public speaking, there are many kinds of speeches. There's informational speeches, there's transformational speeches, there is motivational speeches, and they may not know. And so we sit down with you and help you out and also see how you can practice the same. We have learned from the best. Okay. And so it makes us the best.
Wow. So is there a formal school or is an informal arrangement where each client is engaged for that same business?
There is both. There is the individual engagement, which you can engage with us. And if it is for formality, RCM is the place. RCM is the place you get it as a formal training on public speaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Now, I need you are with the front line as far as a business world is concerned. And most Kenyans are crying that the economy is not doing well. How do you thrive in a negative economy or hostile economy?
There is no time the economy has been good and people said, wow, the economy is great. Every time there are challenges. But we need to learn to be positive because when it is darkest, the light shines brighter. The needs will be there and it must be met. And the economy all over is challenging. But we cannot sit down there and complain about the economy. We have to see what do we do with what we have? How do we go about it? How do we circumvent the issues that we're facing? And so that is what needs to be done in business. Business, basically, to anyone, is solving problems. So the more the problems, the more the business.
The more the process, the more the business.
Yes.
You said you need to circumvent in unclear circumstances. Could you give us maybe some principles or some steps that one can engage? Because circumventing is a wider view.
There is no one jacket fits all.
Yeah.
Every particular situation with the business you have to do a TNA, training. You have to understand the need of that particular business and be able to strategize to get to know how to go about it. Someone wrote a book and said, your strategy needs a strategy. So you have to relook at your strategies based on the challenges that are there. So we cannot generalize and say, this is how to do it. And that's why we are a team of consultants from various backgrounds to be able to study your business and tell you what to do.
Okay. An example of, let's say, a restaurant. There is one guy who was saying that you don't make money from the table. You make money from the purchase of the products that are used to prepare what comes to the table. So something like that, like how do you ensure that when there is, let's say, less spending from the customers, you still stay afloat in business, even when you are selling less than you used to sell. So those dynamics, are they applicable to every business, or they are strictly for restaurants and food places?
If I may say something about restaurants, one of the predicaments of restaurants is generalization, not knowing who you're targeting. And if you do not know who you're targeting, you will not be able to give what they need. You will not conduct a study to know what they need and be able to provide it on time and as the customer wants it. And so we tell leaders and proprietors of restaurants to be able to define who they are looking at and specialize on what those people need. If you're looking at people of my age, then you know we are returning to traditional foods. We are running away from the fast foods and all that kind of thing. And if you specialize on that, then you know that you'll get my age set. And so any business, you must know your customer. So that helps you create your niche and capitalize on your niche so that you can remain afloat. But if you do not have a niche, you're copying what other people are doing. You are there for surprise.
You are there for surprise. Quickly before we land, give us something on customer service, because it appears that how customers are treated has a way of impacting your business either positively or negatively.
Yes, and this is because we have put premium on intelligence more than on emotional quotient. The ability to relate with people, the ability to handle people. People currently are faced with a lot of stress. They are pushed down. And people with one negative button, they will explode. And we need people who have specialized or who train themselves to be able to lessen the stress by handling them in a courteous, comfortable way. Make the customer look like he's the king, he's the boss, he's everything. And so people on the front desk, people who serve others, must learn how to handle people who have been stressed up and who are almost breaking under mental distress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that warrant the proper training of staff members? Does current consultants do that?
Without training, there is no raining. And so there is a must for training, and current communications do the training.
Okay.
At your premise, at your place, or a place of our choice, as we agree, we do the training.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a conversation with Silas Kanali, the CEO of Karen Communication Consultants. If you have a question, put it in the comment section. We'll be able to respond to you. We value and appreciate your engagement. So don't just watch, participate. Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Silas, before we land, you've given us a plate full of what Karen Consultants offers. Would you share how do we get in touch if we need what Karen Communications offers? Is there a number, a phone number, an email, a website?
Of course, there is the contacts for Karen Communications Consultancy. You can get in touch with us through 0723-481-536, 0723-481-536. Or you can walk to RCM offices and you'll be able to be guided. RCM is in Nairobi, Kenya. We'll work with you. And if you need a political speech, we will write it for you.
Wow. So since the season for politics is beginning, so Current Consultants is in for good business or something?
We also work with politicians. We've worked with quite a number from the former regime, and even now we work with many of them on public speeches. We write and we coach on how to engage the public.
Okay.
That is game for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for making time to talk to us. We
I
trust we're going to carry on this conversation later on.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we must call it a day. Thank you so much for being part of the conversation. Please keep us engaged by sharing widely this information, which I believe is valuable, necessary, and of course enriching to anyone that cares to make a world a better place. Let's keep it at RCM. See you later.